Thanks for joining us for the Midday News. The Commissioner of Police, David Manning, has reaffirmed his support for security personnel working to restore order in the Porgera Valley, using up to lethal force to keep innocent people safe and reinforce the rule of law. Commissioner Manning made the statement after 62 legal minors were arrested following an attack on a vehicle convoy recently. Commissioner Manning also made the point that the activities of illegal miners also placed many other lives at risk and would result in serious jail time. 415 final year students of TVWAN University were missioned over the weekend. 391 of them received their mission crosses at the Pope John Paul Hall. The missioning ceremony is the final rite for graduating students. They receive the mission cross, signifying their passing out of the institution with academic excellence, but also with character and religious integrity into their respective careers. This is the 16th missioning ceremony for the institution.
Final year students at TVWAN University received their mission crosses in the 16th missioning ceremony, a final rite for graduating students before they pass out of the institution. TW President Father Philip Gibbs said the missioning ceremony was a time of thanksgiving, appreciation, and blessing before students leave the institution and pursue their careers. Father Gibbs elaborated that the 2024 cohort is dubbed as survivors because they began their journey with TWU when the COVID pandemic hit. They also braced an earthquake and had to deal with recent law and order issues. He commended them for their resilience.
Our acceptance of a cross, a Christian religious symbol, reminds us that even with the best intentions, we all face trials and sometimes temptations to be less than our best. And that at such times it will be our faith that carries us through. And I sincerely hope and pray that no matter what church denomination you belong to or identify with, that all of you will leave TVWAN University with a more mature and committed faith that will carry you into the good times and the times that are not so good. It will take you and carry you through.
Having an immense political and public service career, he challenged the outgoing students to be agents of change.
That you have this wonderful education and preparation to be agents of change in the world, to represent Papua New Guinea and work on the future of our people, the total population of Papua New Guinea. We must break down differences. Let's be men and women of vision. Let's see far. Maintain our vision and develop some pragmatic policies and strategies to implement the vision.
The day was witnessed by families, friends, and the DWU community. Reverend Bishop Bakero of the Lasallians of Don Bosco Congregation and the Bishop of Kerma Diocese were guests. They blessed the mission crosses and the outgoing students of 2024 who graduate in March next year. Salome Vincent, TV1 News.
Prime Minister James Marpe graced the graduation of nearly 200 students of Kambubu Adventist Secondary School in the Sinivit LLG of Pomio District, East New Britain Province, Sunday, October 13th. PM Marpe's attendance was in response to an invitation by the school following an earlier visit he made to the school this year. Addressing the 100 grade 10, 60 grade 12, and 26 flexible open distance education graduating students, PM Marpe urged the Seventh-day Adventist mission in the region to look at options of creating other pathways for students passing through the institution. He said he would like Kambubu to pilot a school system that is unique and different, including upgrading to a college. For example, with its big land area, it could be an agro-rural based community college so that grade 12 school leavers can come back to the college and get life skills. The highly anticipated 61st Marpe Show is only a few days away, set to go off with a bang on Saturday, October 19 and 20. A fireworks display will serve as a precursor to the show on Friday, October 18th.
The hype for the 61st Marpe Show has already started, with SME stalls all sold out and Sing Sing Group registration closed with 55 cultural groups to perform. Tickets for the show are available for purchase at the Lay Showgrounds. The prepaid price is 17 kina for adults and 12 kina for children, and 15 kina and 10 kina at the gates respectively. Gold passes for adults are at 125 kina and 60 kina for children. Photographers can get a main arena pass for 350 kina. There is no family pass this year. It will be a great weekend filled with agricultural, community and industry showcases like never before. The 2024 Marpe Show Committee expects over 80,000 local and international visitors. The Marpe Show offers a range of attractions, including thrilling show rides, skydiving, marches, cultural dances, agricultural displays, cowboys and livestock, show queen, the health expo, daredevil stunts, SME displays, arts and crafts, and enticing show bags. This year's Marpe Show has the theme of sustainable agriculture, grow it, and focuses on food security, business prosperity and community spirit in Ley, Marpe, and Papua New Guinea itself. Kamala Guare, TVWAN News, Ley.
In regional news, thousands of pro-Palestinian supporters have again rallied across Australia, demanding a ceasefire and freedom for Palestine. Brisbane saw its biggest protest yet, but there was none of the violence we have seen across the country in recent weeks.
Anger and despair spills onto Brisbane streets. Pro-Palestine demonstrators of all ages marched through the CBD, demanding an end to the bloodshed as the death toll rises in Gaza and now Lebanon.
I sympathise and empathise with the people from Gaza and the West Bank and Palestine.
People are still dying on the ground every day.
Many of these protesters say their calls have been falling on deaf ears and they've had enough. They're demanding the federal government take stronger action and sanction the Israeli government.
And to stop any arms trading with Israel.
Police kept a watchful eye. The protest ended outside the ABC's Brisbane headquarters at South Bank. No arrests were made. Their calls echoed in Sydney.
We haven't seen yet enough response from the Australian government to do what they're supposed to do.
This is a humanitarian crisis.
And in Melbourne, protesters held their 52nd rally. No signs of stopping as the war rages on.
Queensland Premier Stephen Miles has addressed the party faithful at Labor's state election campaign launch, promising to roll out free lunches for school students.
Stephen Miles has vowed to deliver free school lunches for every state primary school student in Queensland if Labor wins the October 26 election. The Premier unveiled the commitment while addressing the party faithful at Labor's campaign launch at North Lakes, north of Brisbane. Labor says the free lunches would kick off from 2025 and cost $1.4 billion over the next 4 years. Mr Miles says consultation will be done with dietitians and nutritionists to determine what will be included in these lunches. The meals would be available to the more than 300,000 Queensland state school students who are in prep through to Year 6. Labor estimates the move would save parents $1,600 per child per year.
This is a policy that will be good for kids, good for teachers, and good for parents too. And it's universal, to avoid stigmatising the kids that need the food the most, but also to ensure that it supports every Queensland family too.
Former Queensland Premier Peter Beattie was among the Labor figures who attended today's campaign launch, but Mr Miles's predecessor Anastasia Palaszczuk was a no-show. The launch comes ahead of early voting commencing from tomorrow. Early voting centres will be open between 8 a.m. and 6 p.m. Monday to Friday in the 2 weeks leading up to the October 26 polling day.
In sports, Prime Minister James Marpe has expressed optimism following the Prime Minister's 13th Rugby League match between Australia and Papua New Guinea on Sunday, October 13, 2024. The Prime Minister viewed it as a powerful step forward for the future of rugby league in PNG, particularly with the country's bid for entry into the NRL competition by 2028. Speaking after the game, which was attended by Australian Minister for Internal Development and the Pacific Pat Conroy and NRL CEO Andrew Abdo, Prime Minister Marpe emphasized the broader significance of PNG's NRL ambition. He highlighted the game's impact on PNG's image and the strategic partnerships it showcased. The Prime Minister pointed out that the event was a test run for PNG's capability to host games at an international standard. Papua New Guinea's quest to accommodate the NRL's 18th franchise received a timely boost on Sunday with a gusty 42-20 defeat in the annual clash with the Australian Prime Minister's 13 in Port Moresby, inspired by a large crowd. The home team burst out of blocks to lead 12-0, heaping pressure on Brad Fittler's side. Slowly but surely, however, the men in green and gold started to find their groove, and three tries before halftime lifted the Aussie to a 16-12 lead at the intervals. Back from second half, the Aussies piled on the points. Dimitrios boys' 2 tries in the dying minutes came a little too late. Here are the highlights.
Here he goes again. Weeks support play coming, but it doesn't need it. He's going to go all the way for his second. 15 away from the line. Again, just keeping the defense guessing. Short ball away. Pereira goes over. Too easy in the end.
We go open side. Luke Brooks, he's got players running across him. Great shot. But spinning away and going himself. Looks like he's going to go all the way. Can Sonny Wabble get across the tackle? Another try scored by the mighty Australians. PM's 13th team made it to the line.
Playing at this level is a different ball game, and I'm sure Mavoko. And he finds Toto. He's got to beat this guy. Where's the support? Kicks again. Moria coming through. What a try. From PNG, they come back towards the middle. Lachlan again, little grabber through.
McIntyre.
And sits up beautifully here for Wicks, who gets his, that's his third, is it?
No, that's
straight
McIntyre,
in the bread. Now they change play back towards the left. This time can they make it count?
That's Alex.
It's a try. There it is.
Looks like it's Alex Max.
Exactly the same.
The Senate for the Hunters in season 2024. Getting some rewards for his positive action throughout the season.
That ends our news update. Join us at 6 for more.